So today I am going to the Sivananda Ashram in Grass Valley. Right now I'm in Atwater, California. I've been on the road for like an hour and a half, so I'm about 2 hours and 45 minutes away. Just wanted to do something this summer, but something that was a little challenging and something that made it not just about me, something that would give me some growth. So I thought this place would be awesome because they have like karma yoga where you have to serve. This month specifically is the lavender harvest month, so you get to harvest lavender. I honestly don't know how much of it is optional and how much of it is mandatory. And then they give you brunch, they give you dinner, it's all vegetarian. You do satsang in the morning and I think at night too. I have to look at the schedule again when I get there. You do kirtan workshop in the afternoon, and then there's like a long 2-hour yoga class every night, and I'm staying 2 nights. It's a minimum of 2 nights, I believe, and I'm camping. They have cabins, so to me, I haven't camped in a little bit, so I felt like this is a perfect excuse. The weather's much better here than it is where I'm at, so I can camp. I'm camping 2 nights. It was extremely reasonable price. It was $90 for everything. That's including your meals, yoga class, satsang, kirtan. They have a pond you can swim in, and supposedly they take hiking trips down to the Yuba River. I don't know if I'm going to get to do that or if that's more if like you're here for like 3 or 4 days. So we'll find out. And then on the way home, I want to find a lake. I brought my paddleboard, so I want to find a cool lake to stop at on the way home. And check out Grass Valley for sure. And I want to check out Nevada City, which is, I believe it's right next to Nevada City, but it's in Grass Valley. And I've never been to either. I think I passed through Grass Valley like once, maybe, a long time ago. So this will be exciting. It's all new for me. This whole experience is new, which is good because I tend to go to the same places again and again every summer. So I'm excited to start my summer off going somewhere new for once, and somewhere that's not just an easy, relaxing vacation, but something I'm going to get a lot out of also. So here we go. Let's get back on the road. I just stopped and got Togo's, and then we're back on the road after this. I shouldn't have to stop at all until we get there. Let's do it. We're 30 minutes away, so I will check back with you when we get there.
In 2.8 miles, turn left onto Ballard Street.
There's a deer. See him? pretty campsite. It's really pretty. I think everybody's at satsang right now. Tomorrow morning satsang's at 6 a.m. Then we're either gonna have a yoga class at 8 or go to the lavender harvest. Then karma yoga is at 11:30. Oh, brunch is at 10. Karma yoga is at 11:30. Then 4 o'clock would either be makeup yoga class from the morning or maybe lavender harvest. And 6 p.m. is dinner. And then 7:30 is evening satsang. Cool. They give you like the sun salutation instructions. That's what we did in yoga mostly. We did that a lot. It was a good yoga class though. It felt very traditional. I liked it. I don't know where the bathrooms are. The ones over here. Okay, so that's what I thought. There were those buildings when you first came in this loop. Okay. I'm covered. I'm cooler. The bathrooms are so nice. I was really surprised. They have like nice, like heated toilet seats and like clean, beautiful showers. I was really impressed. I thought they were gonna be like campground bathrooms. So that was a major plus. That makes me feel so much more comfortable. Like 3:20. I have yoga at 4. And then yoga from 4 to 6, dinner at 6, satsang 7:30 to like 8:30. And then I think I'm gonna hike to the Shiva temple up here. We did satsang from 6 to 8, and then we did the lavender harvest. And then brunch. And then we distilled the lavender. We helped them do that. And now it's yoga time, satsang, dinner. And then tomorrow I'm out of here. It's definitely a long day. But it was good. It was worth it. And I'm ready to knock out now. I just hiked up to the Shiva temple. It was a really short hike. It was just very steep. And it's beautiful up here. I have this little box to sit on. This is the highest point of the ashram. This is the hike down. There's 108 steps down, and then that little hike after that. Because 108 is a significant number in Sanatana Dharma. So you see it repeated a lot throughout the ashram. Okay, so I left the ashram, and then I just drove like 25 minutes or so to this lake. There's Scotts Flat Lake and Lower Scotts Flat Lake, or Deer Creek Reservoir it's also called. So this is the smaller one. I just wanted to stop at this one because I thought it would be less crowded, and my main goals for this trip was the ashram, and I really wanted to paddleboard. So I figured I have a better shot of finding nice, calm, empty water at the smaller lake. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, I almost ran over a squirrel. That was so close. Oh. Is there parking? It's a dead end, but is there parking? Oh, privately owned road, no Scotts Lake Dam access, dead end. Why did it tell me to turn here? She's so dumb. My GPS told me to turn here, and it's someone's neighborhood, or it's someone's house. So I gotta find somewhere to park. Okay, change of plans. I had to go to the big lake instead because the road I turned down was a privately owned road, and when I went back and looked at the directions I saved, they were from like 14 years ago. So I think someone bought that road and it's no longer access anymore, and I kept trying to find other ways and I just couldn't, and I barely had signal, so I was like, let's just go to the big one, and it's empty and calm, so it worked out. So let's go. here, and then you're turning like over across the highway. Okay. So the ashram experience overall, I had a really good time, and it was worth it, and I would do it again. If I did it again though, which I probably will, I would probably do the cabins next time, just because I think I want to see what that would be like. Camping was good. It was comfortable for me because I'm used to hot weather, so it was cooler there than what I'm used to, even though for most people that would probably not be comfortable. If you live in like the Bay Area, then it would be the opposite. Going there would probably be hotter for you and you would not be comfortable camping. But it was fine for me. But I think the problem was not the camping. The problem was the combination of camping and then the fact that everything was up on a hill, and then like all the cabins and tenting are up on hills, and then everything else is down here. All the rest of the ashram, everything, all the classes, everything is down here. So every time you're in between a class and you want to lay down in your cabin or rest, you have to hike all the way up that hill, and it's so exhausting. So it's like kind of not worth it a lot of the time. But they do have like hammocks and swings and benches all over the place in like really nice scenic areas. So whenever it was between classes and I didn't want to hike up the hill for it to just be like sitting in there for 20 minutes and coming back, I just found a hammock or a bench and waited for like an hour and then went to the next class. There were a couple people there with e-bikes. I think they probably work there or they go a lot, because I would never have thought to bring one, but that would be really nice. If you had an e-bike and a cabin, I think you'd be super comfortable. Yeah, and I'm curious to see what it's like in the winter. I bet it's really cozy there in the winter. Overall, the experience was good. I kept having thoughts when I was there, like when it would get really hot and I would get tired, or I was kind of over the schedule. I would have thoughts like, oh, I'm ready to go. Okay, I'm over this. Like, this is a lot. And then I would feel guilty, or I would, not guilty, but I would feel like I would start getting thoughts of like, was this dumb? Like, was this stupid of me to come here if I didn't enjoy every second of it? Like, if I'm not enjoying it the whole time, was this dumb of me to come here and like waste my time and my money and my energy? And then after, on the drive home, like I was thinking about some of the things that like the Swami said at the satsang that like made me realize like that wasn't the point. The point wasn't to enjoy every second of it. And I knew that going into it. I said that before I went, that I know this isn't going to be relaxing. This isn't going to be like a vacay. This is going to be like challenging, and you're going to get something out of it, and you're going to be of service, and you're going to, you know, challenge yourself and force some growth. And I knew that going into it. Yeah, I just realized like that's not what matters, is that every second of it was enjoyable. That's not like a measure of how good an experience is. And one of the things that stuck out to me that one of the swamis said at the satsang was that earth is just a school. At the end of the day, it's just a school. That's why we're here. And sometimes we get so caught up in measuring things of like, oh, this was a good day, this was a bad day, oh, this stuff happened, so oh, what a bad day. And we forget that that's not even the point. The point is, did I learn something though? Did I make progress? Did I learn my lessons, or did something happen that gave me a new perspective today? Or did I learn something new? Did something change? That's how we should be measuring our days. Not, was it good by my standards of comfort, or was it good by whatever standards or what someone else says? Did you learn something? Did you notice anything? Like, did you listen? Did you notice the lessons? That's what we should be judging our days off of, not whether they're good or bad by any other standards. So one of the other things that stuck out to me at the satsangs was, he said, first of all, how lucky are we to be incarnated as humans on this earth right now? First of all, just that alone, like, we're so lucky, and we don't even think about that most of the time. We forget that. Like, how rare is this experience? This earth in the middle of this universe, with all these creatures on it, and we're here right now in a human body. That alone is rare, and that alone is lucky. And then on top of that, he said, not only are you a human right now, but you found your way back to God already. You found a path. You're on a spiritual path. And that's like a huge bonus. Like, most humans don't do that. You know? Most of us, or we might start to, and then we just fall back. Like, when I was in my early 20s, like, I didn't care about anything spiritual, wasn't interested. It like stressed me out to think about it. And I like grew up religious and then just fell away from it and stopped caring. Imagine if I had stayed like that my whole life. Then I would have felt like that was such a waste at the end of it. I would have been on the other side and said, oh, I was right there in a human body. I went down there because there was these lessons I needed to learn and work out, and I didn't even do it. I just stopped. I stopped caring. I stopped looking for God. I stopped wondering why we're here. I stopped wondering who I was. I stopped wondering what the point was. And I just became, I don't know, just an NPC, just going through the game, but not really doing anything, not progressing, not growing. How lucky are we to be on a path right now? Whatever path it is, spiritual, whatever, if it's religious or just spiritual, if it's just God awareness, how lucky are we to be alive in a human body and to have found our way back to God? Because that's the test. We're here, we have amnesia, we don't know where we came from, what anything is, but we're slowly finding our way back to source. And I think the key to that is when you meditate, when you look deeply within, when you have profound experiences where, if it's like an ayahuasca ceremony or a really deep meditation, or you go in like a float tank, whatever it is, say you have these really deep experiences and this thought comes to you. You have an epiphany. You realize something out of nowhere, like a download. And then later, you're looking through spirituality, you're researching things, you're reading philosophy or whatever it is, and you find that same thought that you found just from inside of you. Someone else says it. You go, oh, okay, maybe there's something to this. Maybe I should listen. Maybe I should read more. That's how you know, like, see, I'm on the path because I'm looking inward, and those things are being confirmed by other people who are having the same experiences. And even though it's written in lots of different ways and lots of different religions, we all find this knowledge and we see it echoed in the world. We see it written in ancient scriptures, and we say, yeah, I know that, and I don't know how I know that, so it must be true if we're all coming to this. And how lucky are we to be on this path where we're coming back, we're remembering, because a lot of people don't. A lot of us probably, like, we're very close to going our whole life without trying to remember, without trying to find our way back. And then the last thing he said that really stuck out to me was that we have to trust the universe, we have to trust God, and that's how we become okay. That's how we attain peace, is when we just trust. That's a big problem for me. I always am telling myself, I just need to trust more. I just need to believe it's going to be okay. I just need to believe things will work, and they will. But it's one thing to say that, but it's really hard to actually do it. And I like the analogy he used where he said, well, you need to be like a kitten in the mouth of a mother cat and just let her carry you. A baby kitten wouldn't question, like, it doesn't even have the capacity to think, why, where are we going, what are we doing, are we going to be okay, like, does she have this handled? It doesn't even have the idea to think that, because it just trusts her. That's its nature. It's just, and a kitten, a newborn kitten, Our newborn animal, its nature is just to trust its mother, because that's all they can do. And it's the same thing for us. All we can do is just trust God. Just trust the universe is all we can do. I think that kind of made something click in me where I'm like, okay, like maybe that will help me actually start to trust more. If I can think of it like that, is like, just let go and just let her have it. Let her be in control. She's got you. You know, let your mother be in control. Take the weight off your shoulders and just let it be your nature to just trust. And when I was at the lake, I did a tarot reading, and I always do a 10-card spread. I do the Celtic Cross, and the first card you put down in the Celtic Cross is supposed to be, it stands for you. So this is you right now and all that you are. And the first card I put down was the Hierophant, which is all about like traditions and like getting a little strict on yourself and starting to like, you know, it's kind of like a nun. Like the Hierophant is like a monk or like a nun. It's not like the priestess, that's the high priestess. It's like a nun. It's like someone who's like a dedicated devotee or a dedicated student. Someone who's like, okay, I'm gonna start buckling down and I'm gonna start being strict with myself, not because I want to be told what to do, but because I want to see what I'm actually capable of, and I want to like see what I can really do and push myself and force some growth. It's like, of course that was the first card. That makes perfect sense. I just left the ashram parked, and then the first card I put down was the Hierophant. And I was like, of course, that makes perfect sense. So all in all, yes, I would recommend. It was such a good experience. I don't really think there's any like pros or cons. It's just a matter of like comfort level. If you would rather camp, there's 3 different levels of cabins. So there's, I don't really know what the difference is. I didn't look that much, but I know there's 3 different levels. I think there's one that you would have to share with a roommate. And then there's another one where you would get your own, and they have, I don't know if they have air conditioning or not. Have to look into that. But overall, if you're interested, I would go. It was a really good experience. I got a lot out of it, and I'm definitely gonna go again. So we'll see if I make more videos. Hopefully I do. I don't think this will be the last one. I felt really awkward filming this, and there was a lot of issues, but we're learning, and I'm gonna make more. So if you want to see more like this, I guess stick around.